As it says in Revelation 12, verse 12, therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashem Chakbadash, double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well, and as always, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And Esau, who is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, the devil, he's playing out of the same played out playbook, and it's always easy to figure it out. Every time he comes out, with a tactic. All right, and in war, when you desperately are trying to win, you tend to fight dirty. You tend to, throw out, everything that you got in hopes of winning, and that's basically what this devil's doing. He's fighting a sloppy fight. All right, and he's still losing because no matter what this devil dishes out, no matter what tactics he comes with, um, the fiery darts that he shoots are going to continue to get quenched by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices as it is written, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. Now, this is the current tactic from the left hand where they're using this bug out. And there's so many questions, pertaining to this whole situation. And Esau is good at throwing out all type of psyops, psychological operations to throw people off and keep people distracted. When you see the media constantly focusing on one particular thing or maybe two particular things, you better believe they're trying to keep you distracted from something. Always question whenever the media is focusing on covering one major thing and just oversaturating their platform with one particular situation, just know that that's the devil he's running interference. There's something that they're trying to distract you from. And this is the latest distraction, simultaneously with the Kyle Rittenhouse psyop. All right. Just think about it. You had that situation go on, and then his trial comes up. He gets acquitted. Then, just like clockwork, here come Black Lives Matter. Here come Antifa. Now they showing up with niggas looting and rioting. Niggas going into Nordstrom and these jewelry stores and just looting, taking shit. And that's all they're showcasing in the media. Then you have this situation happen. And when you analyze this individual, you can look into this dude's eyes and tell that this guy is completely a bug out. And one, what is he doing in an area where it's predominantly just Esau? It's straight up Mount Seir. And when you hear this dude talk, he doesn't talk. He doesn't have a that Milwaukee Midwestern accent to him. He damn near sound like a Cali nigga, and I'm from Cali. All right. You look into this dude's eyes, you could tell he's probably under some type of MK Ultra mind control. All right, just completely a bug out. So they knew to take a straight up fake, a fake woke, fake pro black activist rapper nigga, and use him. And now that's all you seeing all throughout the media. Esau is very good at these kind of games, man. Now you're distracted, and now Jake is the focus. That's why the scriptures say to be circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times because the days are evil. Or this devil, as a roaring lion, Let me get that in First Peter. You know, we pay attention to everything this devil do. All right, this is all about the devil. Throwing those fiery darts, towards us. This is 1 Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour." And he's trying to devour Israel and mainly the elect, especially the servants, the prophets, the men of the Lord that's given this devil hell. All right. He's targeting us indirectly because our message, all right, our message is what's threatening to him and his whole system. He's constantly being overwhelmed with this word. All right. So he's shooting in secret at the perfect with his attempts. So now the narrative is, watch out for these pro-black activists or these black hate groups. It never fails. We have to deal with this with the whole New Jersey situation. That was a complete psyop. All right. You had that, what's that name of that clown? Othar Wallace, Ozone Wallace. This nigga was a Black Panther. He was down with NFAC, so he was a part of a black militia. Then he was supposed to be a Hebrew Israelite. He was all these different things. It's like these niggas, they, on their profile, they're part of all these different organizations, and that's set up strategically to line up all these different groups, so that Esau can come basically after any Jake organization, because they know Jake is getting antsy. Jake ain't happy about Sleepy Joe and Kabbalah Harris. They know that they basically they got duped. So now the narrative is Jake is they want resistance now, and this is no new thing under the sun, because Jake was rebelling, going back to the ancient Roman Empire, where you had different revolutionaries that took matters into their own hands. They thought that they can be able to take down the Roman authority. All right, so that spirit is definitely real, but these type of incidences, we already know Esau got his hands in, because this whole thing is looking questionable. But this is all being controlled and used to try to attempt to take us down. All right, and we can see right through it. Now, this video right here, this is allegedly after this dude plowed through a whole crowd of old Edomites walking down the street in an early ass Christmas parade, right? Which just so happened, and I had put the video up where you had an Edomite woman who's, she's kind of one of those truthers, and she showed that episode from South Park where you just have a random red truck, plowing through people marching through streets. And it just so happened that the very vehicle this man drove through that crowd happened to be a red truck. Ain't no damn coincidence, man. Now here it is, after the scene, after he did all that, he winds up at a random resident, Edomite resident, all right, in some random neighborhood. Shows up on a porch seeking shelter. So this whole shit, that this is how you know that this ain't nothing but interference from Satan, man. All right, he's fighting dirty. This is sloppy, and he's under MK Ultra. He randomly shows up at this random person's house seeking for shelter. He's under mind control. All right, so we got to be mindful. And we can't be ignorant. We got to constantly watch, man. All right, this devil, he's seeking whom he may devour, man. That's why it says right here. It says, "Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world." And we know that this is going to, further lead to persecution. All right, which Yahweh Shai said, the servant is not greater than his master. See if I can find that. Let me see. John. Yeah, John 15 and 19. It says, "If you are of the world will love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you." And yeah, the world do hate us. They hate what we represent because we represent the right hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The world is completely controlled by the left hand. The whole world lieth in wickedness. All right. So of course, we're ops because we're not for this world. We don't represent anything that's pushed and condoned in this wicked world. So of course the world is going to push back against the righteous. It says, "Remember the world that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also." And we know what the Lord had to go through. All right. They even likened him in his time to being a radical. You see, because revolution. That revolution spirit was active during the time of the Lord. You had the zealots, and those zealots. They didn't believe in the Roman authority, so they believed in arming themselves and physically rebelling. The Lord wasn't for that. He refrained from armed political opposition to Roman authority. Now, his message seemed revolutionary because he was preaching the gospel of the kingdom, which was not of that world. It was, of the world to come. And that's the same message we preach. So it's easy for Esau to tie us with this type of behavior, even though we don't move like that because we walk in the footsteps of our Lord. He told us to be at peace with all men. He also said, "I send you as sheep among wolves. Therefore, be you wise as serpents and harmless as doves." So that's not our approach. But Esau is going to try to make the link anyway. And vocab. He got his computer programming ready to put this in production to try to blame us as usual. Well, hey, like I just read it. All right. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. And also, it said in the prophecy that he would be numbered among the transgressors. All right, meaning, let's go to it real quick. And this is to throw everybody off of what Esau is actually doing. Because more and more people are starting to see what the agenda is all about. That, this devil, he's pretty much, showing the world that he doesn't care. If people are finding out, his shenanigans and what he got going, he just strictly on some, hey, fuck it, he's coming with that iron fist, completely totalitarian. He's morphing into that dragon that we all once knew. So what do you have to do? You have to, run interference and cause a distraction to deflect from what you're doing. So now the focus is on Jake. Meanwhile, Ghislaine Maxwell, she's still on the trial, and all these documents is coming out about all these Edomite executives, all these powerful, super rich Edomites that Jeff Epstein had in his in that log. They don't want people to focus on that. They don't want to focus on how people are starting to drop. More and more people are dropping. All these people catching heart attacks, taking the damn snake, the snake venom dart. They locking people down, making sure people don't come out of their homes unless they got it. They forcing it on people, and if you ain't getting it, they putting you in quarantine camps. All this is going on, but they want to keep the people distracted so that they don't see that these motherfuckers are the real terrorists. They're the ones that's doing the dirt. So let's shift the focus on the thugs, the niggas, these pro-black radicals, these hate groups. Shit is getting it's the same old tired tacky tactics, man. Shit is getting old and stale. So this is Isaiah 53 and 10. This is concerning Yahweh Shai and prophecy. It says, "Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him." Isaiah 53 and 10. "Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied by the knowledge. Shall Slakia by his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities." Talking Yahushai. "Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he hath poured out his soul unto death." Right? "And he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for their transgressors." So in order to bear our iniquity and be put on the cross to be a sacrifice for the nation of Israel, he had to be labeled basically a criminal, a rebel. You know, they put him side by side with some crooks. Let me see what the other translations say. Yep, NLT. It says, "I will give him the honors of a victorious soldier," because Yahweh Shai, he got the victory after he died on that cross and was resurrected. He got the victory over death. All right, and he also got the victory for the elect of Israel. It says, "Because he exposed himself to death, he was counted among the rebels. He bore the sins of many and interceded for rebels." All right, so going back to what I read in John 15, if he was being accounted among the rebels, are not his servants going to be in that same boat? Going back, let me read it again. John 15 and 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Okay. And when they approached Yahweh, when they confronted him, they confronted him like as if he was a Othar Wallace or a Daryl Brooks Jr., whatever his name is. All right. And they looking at this dude's social media posting history and use that as the link up. They did the same thing with what's that dude? The dude in Jersey. But nothing. There was really no true evidence that came out linking that guy to any other groups. But that was just the narrative that they had to throw out there. Because Esau's aim always been to come at the Hebrew Israelites, going back to Project Megiddo. And because this ministry has been doing major damage to this man's system, his world, this is what he has to resort to. All right. But it's not gonna work. All right. So this shit is sloppy as hell, man. You see? And we already know the moves that you're gonna make before you do them, because the Lord, he already prophesied that you would do it. So you're very predictable. It's already written, man. So the way they came at our Lord, we see it. We're seeing it again, because they're gonna come for us the same way. When they approached them, let me now it's coming back to me. Let's go to Luke. Was it 22? Luke 22 and yeah, Luke 22, and I'm gonna start at verse 47, is when the betrayal happened. It says, and while he yet spake, behold, a multitude, and he that was called Judas, one of the 12, went before him and drew near unto Yahushua to kiss him. But Yahushua said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss? When they which were about him saw what would follow, they said unto him, Lord, shall we smite with the sword? And one of them smote the servant of the high priest and cut off his right ear. And Yahushua suffered, answered and said, suffer ye thus far. And he touched his ear and healed him, showing that Yahushua wasn't on that time. Okay, basically, Peter got out of the spirit for a moment and let his rage get the best of him, showing you that Yahushua didn't take that approach. But you had the Zealots, they would have supported what Peter did because they was about that, but they wasn't on Yahushua's time because Yahushua wasn't with that. Verse 52, and here's the point. It says, then Yahushua said unto the chief priests and captains of the temple and the elders which were come to him, be ye come out as against a thief with swords and staffs? And they was treating him like he was Barabbas. It says, when I was daily with you in the temple, you stretched forth no hands against me, but this is your hour and the power of darkness. So Yahushua already knew this was the time. And that's the reason why he even had them come with swords. All right. Now, when you read this in the NI the NLT and the NIV, look what it says in those translations. It says, then Yahushua spoke to the leading priests, the captains of the temple guard, and the elders who had come for him. Am I some dangerous revolutionary, he asked, that you come with swords and clubs to arrest me? And that's how they came for him. Like he was some dangerous dude, which, hey, he could have been, but it wasn't his time. All right. Because them revolutionaries, them dudes had bodies, man. Them dudes was robbing motherfuckers and killing. It says NIV, it says, then Yahushua said to the chief priests, the officers of the temple guard, and the elders who had come for him, am I leading a rebellion that you have come with swords and clubs? See? So the way they treated him is the same way they'll treat us because of psyops like this. So these are the wiles of the devil. Now let's go to Ephesians. Ephesians 6 and 11. And it says, put on the whole armor of the Most High that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And his wiles is his methods, his trickery, his cunning craftiness. All right, because this is that same serpent going back to the garden, man. The serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. So he knows how to run mind games on the people. He knows how to keep you sidetracked, distracted, focusing on the wrong shit. He knows how to control when to have you outraged, when to be in fear. He knows what buttons to push, especially Jake. He knows Jake like the back of his hand, man. He knew with the Kyle Rittenhouse shit, that would be the trigger right there to get Jake to get angry and run out there and act stupid, and then have Antifa come right behind them and cause even further mischief. But Jake will be the face of that. Jake still believing in Black Lives Matter. They still ain't even figured that out yet. The leaders of that shit, where they at? The one dyke, she got all that money and bounced, took all you niggas' money and went and start living among them Edomite neighborhoods in the suburbs. Got her a $1 million home or something. Jake still ain't figure it out, man. So you jakes are going to be destroyed because of your ignorance. All right. And Jake is carnal as hell. You know, because we're not going to get salvation through carnality. That's not how it's going to work. We're not going to get out of this situation through these tactics, man. And these type of dudes right here, they can easily be used by the left hand. Perform some mind control on him and use him to be a crash dummy. So we gotta, we gotta be guarded, man. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. That's what we up against, man. The super rich elite, the witches and warlocks that do these continual sacrifices, that pray to their demons on the left hand side, that open up portals and communicate with demons to get their agendas accomplished. It says against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with the truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Okay, so we got to stay equipped, with righteousness. Have faith, keep the commandments, be blameless, and let this devil, be the accuser that he is, pursuant to Revelation 12. Because hey, that chapter is about him actually going down. He's gonna lose. According to that chapter, him coming after us, he's gonna lose. Okay. It says that basically the dragon, the accuser of the brethren, is cast down. They accuse us day and night. He's gonna be cast down, man. Him in his power. All right. Verse 15, it says, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And those fiery arrows are those same arrows. Like when you go to Psalm 64, it says that they will shoot in secret at the perfect. All right. So all these things are planned out. That's why that episode of South Park, these lesser luminaries that put these shows together, they make these predictions because it's already planned out. You see, Psalm 64 and 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Those black Hebrew Israelites, that hate group, that cult, that extremist group, them radicals, them thugs, you know, and let's do that so we can throw everybody off of what we got going, which we're basically, taking all the wealth from everybody. We're stripping away everybody's freedoms, their liberties, their rights. We're killing the world off, and they don't even know it. They think it's something that we made up that's killing everybody. So yeah, man, that's what these devils are doing, man. All right. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. That's what they do. And they come up with these schemes, these psyops. This is he who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. You see? It says the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. And we know the ultimate arrow that's going to come for them is the missiles, and that's what's going to be the great equalizer, man. Stop this devil in his tracks. All right, the Lord's going to cast the bull of steel on his ass. So hey, he gonna make his move, and then the Lord's gonna make his move. All right, but you devils, no matter what you do, You know, the elect are already justified. Who shall lay charge to the Lord's elect? He's going to justify his men. So you can come with these dirty tactics if you want. So, you know, I didn't get a chance to play this video. Y'all can y'all probably already seen it. If not, I'll, you know, probably put this in the description box. You can see this guy's bugged out, and they clearly got him on a dummy mission. All right, a fake woke, fake pro-black rapper. Get the hell out of here, man. And then he's a Hebrew Israelite. You got to do better than that, man. This is weak. And then this fool Kyle goes straight to Trump. Get the hell out of here, man. All right, man. Anyway, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone, peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.